Welcome to a special episode of Bleav in Falcons. I mean, they're all special, but when you have the guy that I have here today, I mean, my guest today, really, he's not just a football player, he's a problem. He's a problem for offenses all across the league. My guy has 26 career interceptions. I Bleav the only safety, and Jesse, you can correct me or not, that has had 3 pick six year after year after year in a long time, if not ever. You are All-Pro, Pro Bowl, the best of the best, and most important, you're a Wake Forest alumni. Everyone, Jessie Bates coming to Bleav in Falcons pod for the first time. Let's give Jessie Bates a round of applause. There's no crowd here, so it's just me.
Yeah.
But now, Jesse, man, thanks for coming on the pod. Thanks for coming out and sharing some of your time with us. Excited to have you, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on, man. It's always good to support and represent, the great Wake Forest, man. Not too many of us, but hey, it's different for sure.
We're small but mighty. Me and Jesse had a chance to run into each other at the spring game, the career networking event. Talk to the young guys, the young student athletes who I'm a little older than you, but back in my day, you didn't go to Wake Forest to go to the NFL. That wasn't something that happened a lot. And
Right.
my class kind of changed that, and every class after that kind of changed that. And then out pops Jessie Bates, who's like, it's an expectation. You go to Wake to get a good education and to play ball. It's not just one;
Right.
it's both. And you didn't hear them because they was whispering, but they were so excited to have the great Jessie Bates come back to Wake. They like to talk to Ovie, and it's cool, a little Hall of Fame and whatnot. But the fact that a current guy took his time, and it's who you are. You took your time to give back to these young kids and give them some insight into how they can get better in every part of life. So congrats on that to you. But we all want to talk about our Falcons, man. We want to talk about the new coach, the new system, the new schemes. Well, not too new on defense. You keeping Jeff Ulbrich, but with Kevin Stefanski coming as the new head coach and you guys getting ready to kind of shrug off all this mediocrity, all this, 7-8, 8-7. You guys are ready to have a winning season. And hey, who knows, make the playoffs. What has it been like with that new energy in the room?
Yeah, man, it's been great. Coach Stefanski is a heck of a coach. The way that he can have an impact on our locker room so far, the way he's been able to bring, our team together, and it's not even the season yet, but the way he's, laying our foundation about who we want to be and what we want our identity to be. You can't ask for a better coach and a better leader of men than Coach Stefanski, and I'm excited for what the future holds with him. Like you said, I've been here for 3 years, and we haven't been to the playoffs, man. And I know our fans.
No, you haven't.
our fans are dying for that.
Thirsty.
This city deserves it. So when it does happen, I know the city will be on fire. So you got to earn that right, though, and that's what we're doing right now.
Absolutely, man. And I know because I've been through it a couple of times in my career. When you have that shakeup, you have that change, man, change is always difficult. But you didn't have too much change because they kept your boy, DC Jeff Ulbrich. And I was, me and Mike are now part of the media. Mike Turner couldn't make it today, but we talked about in several podcasts, if you got a DC that's dang near setting records when it comes to sacks and defensive numbers, why would you get rid of him? And they didn't. They listened to, I don't know if you put a bug in their ear or if players were saying, hey, you can't mess up what we got. They listened. And how excited were you when you found out that Jeff was sticking around and you were going to get to run it back and try to kind of build on all the success you had last year?
Yeah, man, it's been great to have familiar faces in the building. I think my first 3 years in Atlanta, we had a whole new defense every single year. So to be able to be in a system for a second year and to just pick up where we left off at with setting that sack record, franchise record. That's not something that happens, every day. And it says a lot about who Brick is, his attack style, his mindset. He's a former linebacker, so that helps when we're in install meetings and the level of detail and the level of the excitement that he's bringing to that room is unmatched. And this isn't just something that he's doing here in Atlanta. He's been doing this everywhere he's been. You ask guys about Jeff Ulbrich, like he's about it. Like, he's not just talking about it, he's living it. And that showed last year. And like I said, it's uh it's a whole nother level I think that we can still tap into
Oh yeah,
with just being in that second year in this defense. And I'm so excited for, what's to come on that defensive side, because I mean, you watch those playoff games in February, the Broncos, the Patriots, like, you watch those teams, and I feel like the defense is what really, took over some of those games. You talk about the
what?
Seahawks, like the
Oh
Seahawks, they were flying around, man, and that don't happen overnight, So
no,
having a year or two in that system and building our style of play is what's going to separate us compared to any defense in this league. So everybody runs cover three, everybody runs cover four, cover two, whatever it is. But what separates you is how you run it. How are we
yeah,
repping our style, and how can we master this defense? And like I said, being in a year or two of this defense, there's definitely been great steps that we've made throughout these OTAs periods that we were talking about during week 2, week 3. We're talking about this stuff during OTA, so I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great year for us for sure.
that's great, man. As an offensive guy, I hate saying it, but it's the truth. Defense wins championships, man. I played in the Matt Ryan era. We
Yeah.
had Tony Gonzalez, we had Julio Jones, we had Matty Ice, Michael Turner, we had myself, we had, we were number 2, second ranked rushing offense in the NFL.
Yep.
But our defense was John Abraham and some more John Abraham. So
Yep.
we didn't have the complete defense we wanted, and we couldn't win as much as we wanted to. Y'all have a solid defense, and with Jeff and with yourself leading the way, build upon that, giving Bijan some help, getting some stability in the QB room. Sky's the limit, man. But with some of the
Absolutely.
new additions you got during the draft, man, and even some of these free agents, I think the sky not just the limit. I'm excited about the pieces we're putting in to the Falcons to help move around. I know you guys just started OTAs or mini camp, but what is your initial thoughts about some of the new guys that have come in to join the Falcons?
Yeah, man. You talk about Avion Terrell,
Yes.
AJ Terrell, and just that whole family. From
That
the
DB room is
sisters.
gonna be go crazy. I'm just saying that I know
Yeah,
our
man.
running back room back in the day, 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, we had a ball. We was laughing all the time. We was cracking up jokes, but
Yeah.
like it was like we were family. But now you have actual family in there with an already family atmosphere. I just feel bad for your DB coach trying to keep you guys, hey, calm down. We got to work, and I'm sure y'all will work. Y'all gonna have a whole lot of fun too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you just said, man, it's what makes defense special is the connection, and you bringing in a brother of AJ Terrell.
Literal
You
brother.
look at AJ Terrell and what he represents. You bringing in a guy like that into this defense, and then you bring in those other guys with great depth to our defense, and that can come in and contribute at a high level. So. I'm excited to get those guys in the building. I think they have rookie minicamp this weekend. So
Yeah.
to get those guys in there and set the standard of, how we work, and, hopefully that brings a lot of contribute from the rookies and some of the newer guys that they brought in for free agency as well.
I got it. Love it, man. Again, I Bleav in Falcons is presented by FanDuel. FanDuel's a great sponsor of ours. We are betting on the Falcons winning the NFC South for the first time in a long time
Yes,
because
sir.
we're not picked by FanDuel or anybody to win the NFC South, but this is our year. Things are changing, and it starts now. As we know, but the fans may not know, championship teams are built in the offseason. And so take us behind the scenes. Take us behind the scenes to Jessie Bates' world. The season's over. Didn't end up how you wanted to. How much time are you taking off? When are you getting back to work? What exactly are you doing for work? What are you eating? Where are you training? Like, how's Jessie Bates become Jessie Bates? Because I was a Pro Bowl fullback. Very proud of that. I was an all-pro fullback. Very proud of that. I wasn't first team all-pro, not never. You are first team all-pro. Like, you are the best of the best. How does Jessie Bates, Wake Forest great, do that? Like, does that you just pop out like, hey, it's good genes, or what work do you put in that can maybe help some of these young brothers and sisters that are athletes trying to be at their best?
Yeah, man. It's just like anything in life, man. Whether you're trying to be a great football player, great husband, great, doctor, whatever it is, you got to put in time. And
Yeah.
not the time that, where everybody's seeing it, everybody's on IG posting it. It's gotta. I'm gonna use a term from my Wake Forest guys. It's gotta be built in the dark, and
Love it.
it's not where everybody can see it, and it's not the sexy and it's a cool workout. It has to be really who you are. And I think when I really started to process that was when I came here to Atlanta and I became a father, is that you just
Mm,
can't be a pro in the building. Everybody talks about being a pro,
yeah.
but being a pro, it's a lifestyle, bro. So like you gotta live that lifestyle at home, when you're in the locker room, uh, when you're on vacation. It doesn't matter. It has to be a lifestyle. And I think a lot of guys see that if you put in the work, um, at some point you're gonna see some type of success. And to sustain that success, you have to do that stuff over and over and over, until you can't get bored with it, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not for everybody. Uh, or else everybody would be all pro, So it's well, it takes what it takes. That's what
Yeah.
people say. It takes what it takes, and works work. So do whatever that is. Whether that's me going to get a massage, working on my DB footwork, whether that's me trying to master the defense even more, looking at parts of my game that I need to get better at, but also keeping the parts of my game that's my strengths, keeping that sharp. So it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just waking up and going to play on Sundays.
I
It's a
wish it
lot
was
of
that
dirty
easy.
work. It's a lot of dirty
Yeah.
work that's done behind the scenes. And um, like I said, it's not for everybody. And choose wisely, man. I'm going on year 9, and it's a
9.
blessing.
Ooh.
It's a blessing, man. So it takes what it takes.
Yeah, I had 9 credited seasons, man. But I had 10 training camps. I say 10 years, 10 round years. Get 10 training camps. After that training camp, I was by the phone. I was waiting. I was like, any day they're gonna call me. I'm still working out. I walk around Atlanta 245, like 5% body fat, just ready to go.
Ready to go.
Go to Kroger, picking out groceries, all strong for no reason. So I say 10 years, man. So you are right at that cusp of where I was, man. What is something people don't know about that you do that helps Jessie Bates? Jessie Bates, like, do you do Pilates, do yoga, do you do extra stretching, do you run up hills, do you do weighted vests? Like, what's something that you kind of share with us behind the scenes? Don't give us all your secrets, because we don't want
Yeah, I
somebody
can't
to
I can't give you
copy it.
all the sauce, man. I
But
can't
give
give
us
you
just
all the
one.
sauce.
Give me one of the secrets that makes Jessie Bates in the offseason.
Yeah, part of it is, taking care of your body for sure. I mean, before we got off this call, I had a yoga session with my lady, Miss Little, out of Fort Wayne, and this is a via Zoom, via FaceTime.
Wow.
So
Dedication.
it's that type of stuff that, like I said, it's not just being a pro in the building; it's being a pro at home. And then the other side of it is mastering the game, having an understanding of what your job is, but what's the man next to your job? What's his job? How does that affect how I'm playing? And then also um, understanding how are this offense trying to attack us on the defensive side. So a lot of guys just try to worry about their job and I need to line up and do this. No, you gotta line up and know what the guy next to you is doing. You gotta know what the
Yep.
offense is trying to do. But it takes time, man. It's not something that um, you're just gonna get, overnight. It takes time, and you gotta sit there and watch some film. It may be 10 o'clock at night, and you're looking at the split of a receiver, and
Mm-hmm.
but that goes a long way. And I think that's what has helped me get to year 9 and still striving to, be the best. Is that I'm always looking for, opportunity to get better, or a way to continue to gain knowledge of the game. And ultimately that brings a lot of success, not to just me, but my teammates, my coaches, their families, my family. Like, we spend
Yep.
a lot of time, away from our loved ones. Why not, be great? Why not be the best one to do it? And like I said, it's not for everybody.
Not at all. And the character that you kind of just displayed and spoke about, and a leader that you are, it's not just on the field, it's off the field as well. You have a great charity nonprofit, your single mother initiative that you work with. But take us back to Fort Wayne. And your mom, Teresa, raised you and your siblings alone working multiple jobs. What's a memory that she kind of what she built into you that made you want to have the nonprofit that you have?
Yeah, man. Just watching her, the struggles of, being that for me and my siblings growing up, to watch her go and work, multiple jobs just for us to have, you know, everything that we needed to be successful in this life. And there was more than just, my mom, it was my grandmothers who, would take me to practice when mom was at work, putting in a little bit more overtime. And ultimately that has made me the man I am today. And it's not just all about being a hard worker and all that. You have to be a great person as well.
Yes.
Um, so I give a lot of credit to my mom, and then being able to have that impact, with my mom, on other families, and being able to help them create a healthy lifestyle and healthy families, uh, to then have success in whatever they're doing, whether that's going to be a professional athlete, whether that's being a doctor, whatever it is. All that goes into account of what my mom has created. But I know it's hard. It's not easy.
Hmm.
And for us to be blessed, with what we have, and it'll be it wouldn't be good if we didn't show that and uh, spread that love, not just in Indiana, but where we're playing at. When I'm in Florida during the off season time, it's a lot of power in that, and I think um, we've been doing a really good job of just trying to reach out and have an impact beyond just ourselves.
Amen to that, brother. And the $1 million you pledged to the mothers of Atlanta, man, that's commendable, brother. It's
Appreciate
just
you.
great for people who have the means to take that and use that to help others. Because my mom always told me, "You're blessed to be a blessing, and you are not your own." Because she always had to remind me not only who I was, but whose I was, and that
Mm,
God gave me all these abilities. I got to go give it back. So I love what you
absolutely.
do in the community. I love what you do in the charity space, man. But I also love what you do on the football field, brother. I ain't gonna lie. As a full black, I'm that too. As a fullback, I used to love hitting safeties until I went to get that wrong safety. It went to Brian Dawkins and
Yeah.
some of this Cam Chancellor and some of these safeties who actually like to hit. You're a safety that likes to hit, and I respect that because
Um,
I would come to say that, oh, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna get some a highlight reel. But you don't back down, man. You don't back down against O linemen. You don't back down against fullbacks, the few that are left in the NFL. You don't back down at all. And I love that type of the moxie, the leadership, the way that the defense flies around, man. It is something that makes me feel like this is the culture that needs to be built in Atlanta. We have to be
yep.
the bully. We have to figure out whatever it's going to be, whether we want to be the bully, because that was our MO. We were bullies.
Hmm.
In 08, 09, our offense coordinator said, we're going to run the same play every
Mm,
time until they stop it. Ovie,
yep.
it's going to be you. It's going to be Mike Turner. It's going to be 42 Ice. We're going to go right now. We're going to tell them we're going to do it. We're going to do it when we tell them that we did it. And that's the kind of the way that we did it. Like, what's the heartbeat? What's the culture trying to be? Or are you trying to make the culture in Atlanta now for this upcoming season? Because I don't know. I just like to see you guys throw your bodies around, throw your weight around. You already do it, but is there something that you guys are all pushing towards?
Yeah, man. Right now is really just laying that foundation so you can
Okay.
earn the right to
True.
have that mindset. You
True.
can't just not put in the work and then go
You
out
can't
there.
skip steps. Can't
You
skip
know,
steps and just
yeah,
jump into it. You're right.
I think a
You
lot of
got a little
times
excited.
uh people think that you can just do that, and you can't. You have to go and earn that right, and that's by every weight room lift that we have, every meeting we have, every walkthrough, jog through we have. That's how you earn that right to walk like that and talk like that, right?
Yes.
Um, but like I said, it takes time, and you can't skip any type of steps, because at some point, um, that'll be exposed, and in the most critical time of the game, the small detail that gets exposed, and that's what loses and wins football games in this league. So yeah, you got to earn that right. You got to earn that right
No.
to
You
walk and talk like that.
You do, and it's big of you to actually know that, because I know way too many guys who don't care about earning the right, and they will talk crazy and they end up eating those words.
Yep.
One of the last things, and I want to know this just for my personal knowledge, because I'm a fan now. You know, I can't play. I could play if I wanted to at 45. I probably got 3 solid plays, 3 good plays if I wanted to, but I can't play football anymore, Jesse. So I'm a fan. I watched the game, and I watched last year, and we would have loved to understand what was going on last year, because the highs were so high, the lows weren't that great. From beating the Rams, beating the Bills, you know, to getting blown out against the Carolina Panthers and losing the teams that we thought we should win.
Yep.
You obviously kept everything, you know, y'all didn't implode, because the way y'all ended the season, winning the last 4 games, that was commendable. Frankly, I thought that saved Raheem's career, but no, it didn't, and that's fine. But the way that you were able to come together, that's something that there had to be some really strong conversations by leadership, probably yourself, that said, hey, I don't care what's going on. I don't care about the noise outside. I don't care what the media is saying. We're Falcons. It means something. It means something. The front of the jersey, the back of the jersey, and y'all went out there with your hair on fire. But, like, you know, let's take me last thing before we step out, like, the roller coaster of the season, winning those high games, losing those low games, but coming back to show what Falcons do, rise up. Like, how did all that play out?
Yeah, man, it's a long season, and you know, you
17
hit
games
walls.
now. I didn't have that. Y'all, I got 17 games.
Exactly, and you hit walls throughout the season, and you know, some people don't get out of them, and I feel like
Most people
we were
don't get
just
out
so
of them.
close. Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
don't get out of them, right? And we were so close, and that margin of error is just so small in this football game, and you know, you'll be so close one week, and the next week, you know, you're not so close. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a lot, man, and for us to be able to come together and represent, you know, who we are as Falcons, and to end on a great note, to ultimately this year continue that streak. We know that we have the talent. We know we have the potential to play with anybody. But you have to do that week in and week out. It's not just a every other week type of thing. Then next thing you know, you look up, you're 8-8 or whatever it is. So we gotta find a way to play at that level every single week. And I think we'll like the results towards the end of the season. And you're playing meaningful football. You know, you go win the NFC South. You host a playoff game here in Atlanta. Like,
all we ask.
That's what the fans want, man. And that's what our families want. That's what we deserve. But you got to earn it. And that's, like I said, that's what we're doing right now. And week in and week out, hopefully it shows what we're doing right now. That's going to show what we're doing. So I'm excited, man. It's going to be a great year for Atlanta Falcons for sure.
Man, it's going to be a fantastic year. We can't help ourselves. Every year is going to be the year for every team, because every team is undefeated right now. But for real, like the Falcons with this energy, with Matty Ice, and you know, playing with Matthew Ryan from his rookie year, I was blessed to see Matt as a rookie, to watch him grow, and then you know, I retired. He's still playing. Like the intellectual, the IQ, football IQ, and the heart, and just the desire to help this franchise win is so great with him. I don't think there's any other person that could fill that role the way that he can fill it. So I'm excited for him to be, you know, at the top, moving pieces around. And frankly, I just think it's good to have him in the building. Even if he wasn't the president, even if he's just a guy to be around and guys to see, that'd be a great thing. But you have him, you have all of him. And in Matt, I trust. So, man, congratulations on just having a great offseason, have a great training camp, and then I'm going to be there game 1 and as many games as I can. And I don't know if they've told you yet, Jesse, but they can only pick 2 Falcons to go on this Madrid trip, international trip with you guys, and they're taking Jesse Tuggle, which is fantastic, and they're also taking the best fullback in Falcons history, myself. So I'm going to be coming with you, not on the field, but I'll be there on the plane and on the bus, and I'll be out there cheering, doing some media, shaking some hands, kissing some babies. But I'm excited. my wife's more excited to go to Madrid and cheer you guys on because, man, that last international trip against the Colts, one of those this close games.
Exactly.
And I know as a player, that's a long trip when you lose, and it's a much sweeter trip when you win. So I'm praying we're going to win that one so everyone can have a good time going back, man.
Absolutely, man. It's always good seeing you out there at training camp. It's always good chopping it up with you, man. And, I can't wait to see what the future holds for us, man. It's going to be great.
Yeah, same here, man. Best luck to you. Thanks again for hopping on Bleav in Falcons. We appreciate y'all. Y'all like, subscribe, give Jesse myself some comments. I'll answer for him, but we appreciate y'all fans, and we'll definitely talk soon.
Yes, sir, man. Rise up, baby.
Rise up.